Magandang araw mga ka-Wonder and welcome back sa ating YouTube channel, itong Wonder Vlogcaster. Magandang araw sa inyo. Pag-usapan natin mga ka-Wonder, itong testimony o patotoo ng isa sa schoolmate or classmate ni First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos, patunay na matibay na ebidensya na yung akusasyon sa kanya na siya'y nagda-drugs ay gawa-gawa lang. At ganun din yung matagal nang dinedemand kay PBBM na magpa-hair follicle test na kahit saan basahin mong Facebook, nakapost yan sa mga comment section, bakit hindi siya nagpapa-hair follicle test? At yung sinabi din mga ka-Wonder ni Lucas Versamin, na mas safe na si PBBM ang presidente kaysa kay Sara Duterte. Yan po mga pag-uusapan natin mga ka-Wonder. Wonder Vlogcaster. So magandang araw sa inyo mga ka-Wonder, no? At pag-usapan natin itong komento o patunay ng isa sa naging classmate or schoolmate ni First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos way back doon sa time na sinasabi ni Amy Marcos doon sa stage during rally sa INC na ito raw si PBBM at si Liza Araneta Marcos at si Sandro ay into drugs. So ito po yung patotoo, no? Ito ayon kay Franklin Gacal, sabi niya, is the First Lady a drug addict? So this is my take, sabi niya, on the allegation made by Senator Amy that the First Lady is also using illegal drugs, particularly coke. Hindi natin pwedeng mabuo kasi baka maano tayo ni YouTube. So Liza, my classmate, classmate niya pala mga ka-Wonder. Saan? In Ateneo Law School in Makati. Kasi lawyer itong si Liza Araneta Marcos. From first year, ibig sabihin mula first year siya to bar review. Kailangan mo ng pre-law na 4-year course. Pagkakaalam ko, ang pre-law ni First Lady is political science. Parang ganun, ano? So after ng 4 years, another 3 or 4 for law. And then bar exam. So from first year, according kay Gacal, up to bar exam, that was almost 5 years, kung ito-total mo lahat. Amazing. She was one of the prettiest faces in our class. For 5 years, I never noticed. Never po, Hindi sinabing I didn't notice in one occasion, something like that. That is all the time, from first year to graduation, up to bar exam, wala siya. Sabi rito, I never noticed or there were rumors, kahit man lang usap-usapan o chismis, no, that she was taking illegal drugs. Oh, no. So, dun pa lang mga ka-Wonder, alata natin nagka-fabricate lang itong si Amy, na kung saan congratulations Senator Amy dahil daming galit sa'yo. So, dagdag pa niya, anybody who is taking drugs will never survive law school. Especially Ateneo Law School. Napaka-rigid po ng pag-aaral dyan. No, sa Ateneo. No, parang UP rin yan. Na, especially law. You have to study each sections, articles. You have to memorize them by heart, not just by mind. No? Kailangan maintindihan mo yan lahat. If you're into drugs, nadidistort yung isip mo. Nawawala ka sa focus, yung memory mo, yung focus mo, and all nasisira. So, ang sabi niya nga, you will never survive law school. No? Kasi napaka-rigid nga po ng kurso na yan. Sabi niya, we started with 5 sections and finished with 2 sections. Grabe, ganun ka-rigid. Biro mo, 5 sections sila. Nung nag-aral ng law, sa hirap, naging 2 sections na lang. Ibig sabihin, paano nakasurvive si First Lady Araneta Marcos kung siya ay nagda-drugs? Kasi mawawala ka sa focus. Especially kung ikaw ay drug addict, may hinahanap ka, nanginginig ka, wala ka sa focus, irritable ka. Yung liberty, yung blessing ng rationalism, ng logic, ng normality, yung homeostasis, madideprive ka kung ikaw ay nagda-drugs, mga ka-Wonder. Oh, no! So after law school, Liza Araneta Marcos practiced law. Nag-practice siya kasi may mga kilala akong nag-aral ng law. And then after graduating from law, hindi nag-practice. And was a partner in the prestigious Most law firm. Yung mga prestigious na law firm, naging partner siya. No, kung sa doktor may mga fellow no? Where former Executive Secretary Jojo Ochoa, also a classmate, was a partner.
Amazing!
Partner niya sa kanyang law firm. She was a law professor in different universities. Ganun po katindi itong si Professor Attorney Lisa Araneta Marcos. Definitely a drug addict will not be able to withstand the rigors of the law academe. Hindi makakastand, hindi makakatagal. No? Obviously, you will be noticed by your partners, by your students, no? Kasi may manifestations po 'yan, mga ka-wonder. At na makikita mo kung talagang drug addict yung isang tao. Sabi nga nung isa, sino ba tong si Puno, no? Na interview ni Karen Davila, na siya ay partner dyan, no? O siya ay part dyan ng certain group sa government where they are in charge, no? To scrutinize, to screen, I think DILG, no? Yung mga public officers, yung mga public servants. So alam na alam niya, sabi nga, you can gauge that in 85 or 90%, something like that, to figure out if the person is using illegal drugs. So sabi pa niya, on a lighter note, sabi ni General Torre, pag-addict, pangit. Look at the angelic face. Dito sa picture, kita niyo po mga ka-wonder. Kita niyo naman how fresh her face was.
Amazing!
No? When she was young. Sabi nito, res ipsa licor, the thing speaks for itself. Latin word. Sabi nga nila, a picture can tell 1,000 words. So look at the picture of Lisa Araneta. So fresh, so young. Is that a face of someone who's taking illegal drugs? Parang iba, no? May mga pinopost nga sila dyan, eh. Yung family ni BBM at yung family nung kabila. Kita nyo naman yung mga buhok, yung mga tattoo, the way they speak. Sabi nga, out from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. Kung ano yung laman ng puso, sinasabi ng bibig. Kung ano yung laman ng isip at puso, ginagawa. Yan ay public evidence, no? Yung pananapak dun sa sheriff, yung pagmumura nitong si Digong, yung pangkikis niya sa mga babae na nakita natin dun sa mga video, yung kanyang pagmumura, yung kanyang, alin pa, yung ang dami niyang mga bagay, yung pagmumura sa Diyos, pag-iinsulto sa Diyos at saka sa church ng Catholic. Wala kang mariringgan ng ganyan kay BBM. Yan ba sinasabi mong addict, Amy Marcos? Nakadugo mo? So yun pa lang, case closed, debunk ang sinasabi ni Amy. Ang dagdag pa ni Lucas Versamin, ano? Sabi niya, hindi niya naman daw parang dinidiscredit si Sara, no? When it comes to intelligence or management, but we are safer with PBBM. Sabi niya, it's safer to stay. So yung stay na yan, it could mean double meaning, ano? Stay because they wanted him ousted. Pinapatalsik nila, so wala nang remaining 2 years or something, or 2 years or more. Or he is disguisedly saying na perhaps we could extend his term. No? Pinag-usapan nga doon, ano? Dito sa, I don't know, ng program, nakalimutan ko, yung CONCON. Pag sinabi mo natin CONCON, ito yung Constitutional Convention, ibig sabihin, isa to sa paraan para baguhin yung constitution ng bansa. No? Siguro napipinto na i-extend yung isang presidente or maging parliamentary form of government kasi gusto natin maging prime minister si PBBM and that's under parliamentary or federalism. So pinag-uusapan nila yung CONCON. And in our side naman, yung ginagawa namin, that's People's Initiative. Tatlo kasi yan, CONCON, CONAS, at saka yung People's Initiative. So natutuwa tayo dahil naririnig natin yan, mga ka-wonder. I think it's time to revise, no, our constitution na way back 1987 pa. Na ito po ay, ayon kay Professor Clarita Carlos, ay nagawa out of vengeance, out of hatred. Kaya kung babasahin mo raw ito, ayon kay Professor Clarita Carlos, ay napakadaldal daw nitong constitution na to. And napaka-anti-Marcos. So ito naman pong issue na to, mga ka-wonder, no? Itong palagi nilang ini-insist kay PBBM, no, na kailangan daw ni Bongbong Marcos na mag-undergo ng hair follicle test. Kasi nag-undergo na po si PBBM ng drug test using blood, specimen, and urine. Yun po yung mga normal, ano, kapag ikaw mag-work, yun po yung hinihiling sa'yo para to find out if you are not dependent on illegal drugs. Well, ito po yung ating pong pinaghandaang research, no? Para tayo ay guided. According to my research, what Marcos actually says about refusing the follicle test, sabi niya, he's rejected the call for a hair follicle test. Sabi niya, according to GMA, yung na-interview siya, no, why should I do that? Public office is a public trust. That has nothing to do with hair follicle test, sabi niya. So he is framing the drug test demand as not being relevant to his role or duties as public official. Kasi nga nakapag-drug test na siya and he is found negative. Sinabit niya sa NBI, sinabit niya sa PIDEA, at sinabit niya sa PNP. No? So hawak po yung record na yun na siya ay free of illegal drugs. Yung walang substance na illegal sa kanyang katawan. He also questioned the credibility of the person making the demand and who was that person asking or demanding him to take the hair follicle test. Na sabi nga nila, inauupod na yung buhok. Tapos nag-a-ask pa ng hair follicle test. Yun ay walang iba kundi si Attorney Vic Rodriguez. Na sabi ron, na naniniwala ba kayo sa accusations nito? So why had he worked for Marcos? Bakit siya nagtrabaho sa ilalim ng Marcos regimen or administration kung hindi siya naniniwala kay BBM? Pangalawa, Palas, Malacanang pushback. According to Newswatch Plus, the Palace argues that there is no clear basis or credible accuser to justify demanding the test. Kasi if you are accusing, then you show the evidences. What? Hindi yung si PBBM paghahanapin mo pa ng evidence, ikaw nga ito nag-accuse. No? Kapag ikaw ay nag-akusa, you have to support it with evidence. Therefore, kung sabi mo si PBBM is into drugs, then you have to find evidence that he is. Kaya nga sinabi rito walang credible accuser. So, para i-justify yung demanding the test. They also say the burden lies on whoever's making the accusation. Yun nga po sinabi ko. That's your burden. Hindi yung ako pa, kunyari ako yung naakusahan mo. You're asking me to provide evidences against myself. Parang nakakatawa. So if there is an accusation, liliwanagin po natin kung may ginagamit man o wala. So we will clarify if he is using illegal drugs or not. So ito po yung fact check number 3 on a circulating video kasi may pinapakita ron na nagpa-hair follicle test na raw si PBBM, but that was fake, no, according to Raptor. Well, anyway, wala na yan. So technically, the reality kasi ang sinasabi rito mga ka-wonder, kaya natin diniscuss, is hair follicle test 100% accurate? So ito po yung tinutukoy natin, technical reality. There are technicalities sa mga bagay na maaring inaccurate or accurate. No? So, hair follicle test and false positives, ito yung mga sinasabi nating issue dyan. So yes, kasi nagtanong ako sa mga expert kung ito bang hair follicle test ay flawless, exacto, accurate. Sabi nila, no! Hair follicle tests for drugs are not flawless. There are legitimate scientific and forensic concerns. Ibig sabihin, tested na ito mga ka-wonder, na nagkakaroon ng false positives, contamination, and interpretation. Kagaya ng how hair follicle drug tests work, ganito po yan. Yung hair follicle test po, ang tinukuha dyan, yung sinasabi nating drug metabolites. Ito yung breakdown, yung product ng drugs, no, na nade-deposit doon sa buhok as it grows, no? Kaya nga yung kinukuha nila yung dulo, yung loob. Papagpitas mo ng buhok mo, makikita mo may puti pa yan, may mga parang fresh na galing sa loob. Yun po ang kinukuha na nila ng hair follicle test. Typically, a screening test ang tawag doon, yung immunoassay, no, is done first. If that's positive, ibig sabihin positive, nakuhanan yung isang tao, oy, nakita siya, positive siya sa illegal drugs. And then, magsasagawa ng confirmatory method like GC-MS o yung gas chromatography o yung mass spectrometry. Yun po yung second step to confirm. Sources of false positives, innocent positives. Hindi ka naman talaga nag-drugs pero naging positive ka. Yan po yung sinasabi natin na maaring ayaw ng Malacanang because of those false positives na hindi ka nagda-drugs and then in the end parang nakutaan ka na positive ka. May mga ganyan pong scenario like itong boksingero, no, na siya ay clean living and then all of a sudden sa drug test nag-positive siya. Maliit lang na porsyento pero nag-positive. To find out na yung kinakain niya palang karne, somewhere dun sa kanilang bansa is may ibinibigay na drugs para mabilis ang laki at maging magana sa pagkain yung baka, which is nakain niya at na sumama sa system niya. Therefore, he was found positive. So, yun yung sinasabi natin. No? Halimbawa, no? According to forensic research, passive contamination. Pag sinabi mo passive, yung hindi mo talaga siya, ikaw nag-intake, maaring nahawa ka, kagaya kunyari nitong especially smoke drug, yung mga nalanghap mo. Totoo po yan, mga ka-wonder, no? Yung second-hand smoke nga, nagkaka-cancer ka sa lungs, eh. Yung nag-smoke naman, yung siya. Pero bakit affected ka? Because yung sinasabi nating effect sa'yo, no? Kagaya nitong cannabis smoke na naaamoy mo, na ini-smoke palagi ng kapitbahay mo, naaamoy mo. Eh para kang nahahay din. No? Yung mga particles kasi niyan might stick to hair. And some medications or legal substances, pwede rin po yun kasi nagkakaroon ng cross-reactivity or false positive in certain tests. Halimbawa, yung antihistamines. Ito po yung iniinom mo kapag ikaw ay na-allergy, ano? And anti-inflammatory drugs to stop the inflammation act dun sa katawan mo. And then yung mga cold medicines, pag may sinisipon ka, no? Yung mga ibuprofen na yan, pag ikaw ay may sakit sa katawan o may lagnat, no? Sila ay na-flagged sa studies na ibig sabihin itong mga to pwedeng mag-cause ng false positive at marurule out yung isang tao na hindi naman nagda-drugs na parang nagda-drugs. So, according to ACLU, yung drug testing guide, nutrition supplements, food might contain. Gets mga ka-wonder? Food might contain, gaya ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, compound that mimic, ibig sabihin, ginagaya yung illegal drugs, yung attitude o yung behavior ng illegal drugs, no? Through the metabolites na nag-break down dun sa hindi naman harmful drug. Or drug testing can detect legal medications as innocent positives. Kaya nga pag nagtitake ka nito, you have to declare, you have to tell your physician o yun dun sa nagtitest sa'yo na I'm taking these drugs. Parang dun sa pag-drug testing mo, kinukunan ka, sinusulat mo kung ano yung mga tinitake mong maintenance o vitamins lately because they could cause false positive. Oh, no. Because of the risk, a positive hair screening isn't necessarily definitive without confirmatory testing. So, you need to undergo confirmatory. Sabi naman, may confirmatory naman pala eh. O sige, pa-confirm mo naman. So, ito nga, kumbaga, sinusort out nila between external contamination and actual drug. Kung ito po ay nahawa ka lang externally, o ito talaga ay active mong ginagawa. So, kung i-apply naman natin ito mga ka-wonder kay PBBM, applying that to Marcos case, gaya ng ating iniisip na bakit ayaw niya, kasi baka mamaya makontaminate siya o kaya yung kanyang mga iniinom or kinakain niya sa restaurant o pag pumupunta siya sa party sa ibang bansa, may inom siya ng wine or nakakakain siya. So, there is possibility of ingesting those substances through food, medicine, contamination likely. Is it possible, mga ka-wonder? The answer is yes. Possibility? Yes. In theory, yung false positives na sinasabi or contaminations are possibly in hair test. The scientific literature supports that. May suporta po yan, hindi lang po hearsay yan o sinabi ko lang. Baka mamaya may magsabi na naman, paano malalaman, sinabi mo lang yan. Manood po para maintindihan at mag-research. So, sabi pa, but is there public evidence he's using that in his reason? Not really. Wala pong public evidence that PBBM was caught once by someone. Sabi nga ni Aimee, siya, no? Or maybe, at least, so let's assume, no? Sabi nga ng mga kilala ko, elitista yan si PBBM. Mga kasama niyan, mga mayayaman, no? Na usually, they are into drugs, sabi nila. So, let's assume na nag-drug siya noon. Sabi nga ni Winnie Monsod, ano? Matagal nang sinasabi ni Aimee yan. Decades ago. How long was that she was talking about? Ang tagal na. Matagal na yun eh. Pati binabalik mo pa, dinadamay mo pa ngayon. Ito nga ang sinabi ng classmate ni First Lady. Negative agad. Dinamay pa si Sandro Marcos, nasira tuloy yung script. Paniwala na nga sana yung mga tao. Siguro sabi, naku patay, dinamay niyo pa si Sandro Marcos, nasira tuloy yung script. So may analysis mga ka-wonder or our final verdict for this, yung sinasabi natin concern bakit hindi nagpapa-hair follicle si BBM, is yun nga, no? That the hair follicle test could misidentify something benign. When we say benign, these are substances that are not harmful. Halimbawa, yung mga food, medicines na ini-intake ni PBBM, these are benign. But it could be misidentified into a harmful drugs. Kagamit natin yung hair follicle test. So, as a harmful drug, using hair follicle test, technically, valid. Ibig sabihin, hindi accurate ang hair follicle test. Hair drug tests are powerful, but not perfect, no, mga ka-wonder. So, yung optics natin, ano, itong mga nakikinig na mga netizens, yung mga nagsasuggest dyan, no, na ibig sabihin, itong pag-refuse ni PBBM, it doesn't mean that he is guilty. Kasi it is suffice enough for him to submit his blood, his urine, kasi doon po nakikita na siya ay negative. And therefore, this hair follicle test is not also perfect, ano? Hindi siya accurate for him to submit himself dito sa panawagan ni Vic Rodriguez. And then after this, kapag naging negative na naman siya, another, hindi, dapat ito. Hindi, dapat ito. Dapat siguro, itong machine. Hanggang sa wala nang katapusang paghihingi. So, yan po yung katotohanan, mga ka-wonder. The reason why BBM is rejecting this demand. Dahil this is nonsense. Dahil parehas lang ito ng mga regular drug testing na nagawa na at na-submit na ni PBBM. So, para matigil na yung mga ask questions dyan, na ipa-hair follicle test. Tigil na po natin yan kasi napagkakamalan tayong kulang sa kaalaman. So, hanggang dito lang tayo, mga ka-wonder. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up para ma-introduce ni YouTube sa iba pang mga viewers. And of course, please share this video para malaman nila yung tungkol sa patunay na si Lisa Araneta Marcos ay hindi drug addict. At ganun din na sinabi ni Lucas Bersamin na mas safe tayo kay PBBM kaysa kay Sara Duterte. And of course, yung tungkol sa matagal ng saga na ginagamit ng mga DDS na pangontra kay PBBM na hair follicle test ay pinaliwanag natin dito na wala ring bearing because this is not accurate. And of course, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell icon and choose all bilang suporta sa aming mga content creators. Hanggang sa muli, mga ka-wonder. God bless. Wonder Vlogcaster.